Hello, scholars. So, today we are going to read a book that I enjoyed a lot when I read it, and I know that you will enjoy it too. It is called After the Fall: How Humpty Dumpty Got Back Up Again. And just in case you don't know the story of Humpty Dumpty, he is an egg and he climbed up a wall. He fell off, and when he fell off, his shell cracked, he broke. And there were some friends that tried to help to put him back together again and fix him. So we're going to see what happens after that. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I loved being so close to the birds. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together again. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. He looks really sad here. And I understand that. I know sometimes, even though there are times where we get hurt on the outside, there are times where I get hurt on the inside. And that's a little bit harder to fix. So I have a connection. I can relate to Humpty Dumpty. That's happened to me before. After that day, I became afraid of heights. Oh, I know what heights are. Heights are when people are afraid of going up in high places, which makes sense because the last time he climbed up a high wall, he fell. So I think now he's afraid of going back up there again. I was so scared that it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. Oh, so I see his favorite cereal is right on top, and he's just scared to go up there and get it. That must feel awful. I walked past the wall every day and I would think about climbing that ladder again. I really miss the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it again because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day, I kept trying and trying. Oh, so he's going to make a paper airplane. I wonder what he'll do with it. Until I got it just right. Wow. What an amazing paper airplane. He even decorated it. My plane was perfect. It flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. I wonder what happened to the paper plane. What do you think happened? Maybe it flew too high and now he can't reach it, right? Let's see. They always do. There's his paper airplane. I almost walked away again. But then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. He's really showing perseverance because even though he's terrified, he's still trying and climbing up that wall. Let's see if he does it. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing one step at a time. Until I was no longer afraid. He made it to the top. Wow. He must feel so great to overcome that fear. Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Hopefully, you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Look at how excited and happy he is, because even though mistakes happen or accidents happen, the great thing is we can always get back up. And learn how to fly. Humpty Dumpty transformed into an egg. Look at that. That is so amazing. He wasn't afraid anymore and he was able to transform into a bird and fly high and do what he loved. The end. That was so amazing. And I hope that what you took away was that no matter what accidents happen, no matter how you may be feeling today, because sometimes we become upset, sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad, but sometimes we have accidents, sometimes we make mistakes, but we can always get back up and fly. We just have to be perseverant and willing.